Oh, what a smash. Oh, where do I put this to? Let's put that up there for now. Oh my God. Where's Luna? Well, Luna's taking a day off. And I decided I'll do a quick little segment here. And it is called... Oh, by the way, this is In the Library of Graphic Literature with your host, Wallace Ryan. I'm so used to Luna doing that introduction, I think it is. Anyway, Luna's very busy there, so I'm here by myself this week. Kind of missed not having someone to chat with here. Anyway, let's check this out. So, this week, hang on a second, let me double check, make sure I'm getting everyone in there, yeah. There. To make sure I had us perfectly here. Anyway, this week is a special segment I called Dear Leader. Blah, 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 blah. So this is an episode dedicated to, I picked out the top 10 despots and dictators from comics that I could find to celebrate, the upcoming Canadian election, and we're hoping that we don't end up with a despot like some other countries in North America have. And as a matter of fact, I got to vote today. Yay! So I like to vote in early voting, because in case something happens, I get in an accident, my vote is already counting. Anyway, this week, Dear Leader Week. These are leaders that, you know, I was inspired when I seen Trump's cabinet toadying to him there last week, you know, talking about what a great leader he is and how handsome he is and all this kind of stuff. It was just so ridiculous. It inspired me to this. So, this is Dear Leader. And we'll start off Dear Leader with possibly one of the best Dear Leaders. And actually in the real world too. The reason I picked out this as opposed to, and you might say, oh, what are you doing with this? This is Watchmen. There's no Dear Leader in this, but there is. There's Richard Nixon. I do believe he appears in oh God, which one is it? He does appear in some of these. Let me see. But yeah, it's but it's interesting because he changes the whole way. Dr. Manhattan changes the whole history. So in the end, they end up winning the Vietnam War, and Nixon becomes like the president. I don't know if it's for life or whatever, but he's definitely he's a bit of a dictator anyway. But at least he had the when he was faced with impeachment and disgrace and being and being convicted and facing court, he resigned. He did the smart thing. Next up, Dave Sim, High Society. Now I'm using my my softcover version of this. And this one I picked up because this is where Cerebus becomes the Prime Minister. So it's definitely worth reading. And for any of you, especially if you're Canadian, because this takes a lot from the Canadian system. Some American people may not quite understand a lot of the jokes and stuff like that and the background in this, but for all you Canadians, this is definitely on your Dear Leader list. Next up comes an intergalactic Dear Leader. Actually, we got a couple of intergalactic Dear Leaders, but this one is one of my best, my favorite Dear Leaders. Let's see, here we go. And come on, where are you? I should have just basically marked this. But, oh, actually it's even easier than I thought. Captain Marvel, and this is the Supreme Intelligence. I always loved the Supreme Intelligence. I always thought he was one of the cooler creations of Kirby. Leading the Kree Empire. You know, where do people come up with ideas like that? Well, it's Kirby. He came up from his beautifully wide and amazing imagination. Next up, still in the cosmic despot, is we have the Lord High Papal. There he is. This is that guy in purple there. This is from the Dreadstar series. And this guy was, I mean, he was evil. But, like so many evil people, he thought he was doing good. And a lot of times, those who think they're doing good are usually some of the worst. Speaking of someone who thinks he's doing good, and in some ways he is, although he's perpetrating a tiny bit of evil thrown in there with, is Prince Neymar the Submariner. I can even remember when I was a kid, and it seemed strange to me that he would be given a book, because to me he was always he was more or less the enemy. It's just like, how come he's got his own comic, and he seems to have some sort of affiliation or relationship with the FF. But yeah, definitely. Well, he's more of a benevolent, I guess, despot. Speaking of despots, and I was going to use Hitler, but of course, that's no good. Because I mean, geez, you could use him in so many lists. But a despot from those days, and right next, second in command to Hitler, or if not even in command of Hitler, is the Red Skull. There he is, being right evil. And I like the Red Skull. He was a super creepy villain. Ultra creepy. Then, of course, next up comes Dr. Doom. Surely one of the greatest despots in the Marvel universe, and he was. And what's cool about him is that about Dr. Doom, and this one's great because Wally Wood did the art in this too. This was a series in Astonishing Tales. Look at that. Now that is cool. So, as we all know, Dr. Doom, he's the king of Latveria, whatever, in the Marvel universe, and he's quite the dictator. As a matter of fact, when you see in some of the early FF issues, you really get a feeling for how he controls Latveria, and he's the ultimate dictator, and of course all his people love him because they have to. Hang on a sec. Flip these around for. And now this one actually, this is one of my favorite. Basically. One of my favorite Dear Leaders. This one involves what's his name? Ken Wind. This guy appears as a presidential candidate, and it's funny because his face is always the same in all of them. It's like Sienkiewicz used just a photocopy. Now they say somewhere that this is him. Some people thought it was like he was making fun of Dan Quayle, but I hear that he actually did this face after himself. So whenever Ken Wynn, the evil candidate, appears, it's just the same face. So this one I always liked because it was just kind of mysterious, and and he's been controlled by the Beast. No. Now we're getting down to the near to the end, and this one, of course, V for Vendetta, and of course, is it? Let me find it. Our dear leader in this one is actually taken from, oh, here you go. It's actually taken from Dear Leader. This is the Chancellor. In this one, in V for Vendetta, the Dear Leader in this one is even so, is much more evil because he's, I mean, this feels so much more real than a lot of comics. So the evil leader in this one is just pure evil because he seems so ordinary. So if you want to see a truly evil Dear Leader, check out V for Vendetta. I think definitely the best and most evil of the Dear Leaders. This one, I mean, and the movie too. I love the Dear Leader in the movie. He comes across perfect. John Hurt, I do believe it is. Yes. Now, last but not least, who's the best Dear Leader in terms of comics? Now I'm just gonna see if I can find the exact one. And here we go. And the best in terms of Dear Leaders is Darkseid. You can't get any more Dear Leader than him. I mean, he's kind of like Thanos, Red Skull. He's like all of them on steroids. Absolutely the coolest, the coolest looking out of all the Dear Leaders. I mean, Darkseid. When you look at Darkseid, he looks evil. As a matter of fact, let's have a look here. There's a couple of, I think it's maybe some of the later ones where you really get to see him, but he just comes around. He comes off as just pure evil. And oh, here we go. Let me look at this. Dun 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 dun. Oh, deadly Darkseid. So yeah, Darkseid, I used to pronounce it actually when I was growing up. So without doubt, Darkseid, I always thought was one of the coolest, evil, monstrous, my Dear Leaders from all of comics. I mean, he was right up there with Hitler. He was the Hitler of the Fourth World. So it was great. He has everything you need to be a master dictator. He doesn't care about his subjects are of no use or no care to him whatsoever. Basically, all Darkseid wants is what Darkseid gets, and he don't care about anything else. So yes, so that is my top 10 Dear Leaders. Now it feels kind of strange, like I say once again, without good old Luna here, but she will be back next week with me. I'm hoping to have some, I haven't bought a lot of books lately, but I do have a couple, so I'm hoping to, maybe next week we'll have a little stack of new stuff to read. I do actually have a book coming from Vendetta Graphics. I bought directly from them, so they have something that's coming my way. And I have one or two other books that should be, hopefully will be here by then. So check it out next week in the Library of Graphic Literature. We'll be coming back to you. Oh, let me grab my mother box here. We'll be coming back to you hot and heavy and full of comics there next week. I'll pass on all your greetings to Luna, and in the meantime, everyone out there, have a great evening. Much love, and thanks for having us over. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.